What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be doing is showcasing one of my clients' 12-week transformations. Now, I'm already showcasing what the before and after looks like so you can get an understanding of what this transformation is. I want to show you guys what he went through, show you the charts, and give you a realistic outcome of what your 12-week journey could possibly look like as well. If you don't know who the fuck I am, my name is Rohan Maddock. I've been a coach for the past 7 years, and I have been an online coach for the last 2 years full time. I've helped over 500 people at this point now, and what I do best is shit like this. Transforming people, showing them a different life when it comes down to the food that they could be eating. Now, you're probably not going to believe me when I say this, but this transformation was done eating cheesecakes, burgers, pizzas, pastas, ice creams. He still ate out on the weekends. He still went out for like date nights and whatnot. And I'm going to be showing you guys how it was done. And let's get right into it. Now, obviously, we can see here we have the 12-week transformation, 13 kilos done in 12 weeks. Very, very insane. Now, this is what our actual graph looks like. Now, the graph is looking very interesting, right? We have a lot of ups, we have a lot of downs. I want you guys to think about these weight loss charts or your own chart, for example, and think about it as a stock market, the inverse stock market, because we obviously want us to be going down, not up. So down is bullish, up is bearish, right? So as we can see here, think about the stock market. If you're not too familiar with the stock market, I'm more than happy to give you a dumbified example of this. Now, we start off at 81 kilos, we will go down to 77.8 kilos. Are you wondering, fuck, that's a lot of weight to lose. 4 kilos to lose in the first week is a lot. It must be crash dieting. No. You should expect to lose a decent amount of weight from the beginning of a weight loss journey, purely because you're going to be losing a few things. You're going to be losing water weight, you're going to be losing undigested food, and you're also going to be losing a bunch of bloat and inflammation. Why? Now, you will have a lot of these things, excess water, bloat, inflammation, and undigested food, purely because of the diet that you had before. Right? So maybe the diet that you had was high in fast foods, for example, or high in sugars, high in oils. They're highly inflammatory. The moment you start to have less anti-inflammatory foods, you start to lose weight straight away. It's usually coming through water because the body's not as stressed anymore. Now, the same thing is going to apply with undigested food. Maybe you just need to take a big shit, for example, so you'll notice you'll be shitting quite a bit when you start dieting. Well, it depends on the individual. And on top of that, a bunch of water as well. So again, it all comes down to inflammation. So you'll start to lose a lot of that initially, and you'll see some changes as well in the physique, and a lot of that is just going to come down to the bloat. We dropped straight away down to 77.8. And now we spiked back up to 78.9 within a day of dropping that. And you're probably wondering like, oh fuck, like, this guy gained a kilo of fat? No. He actually just regulated. Because the reality is your body just went from 81 to 77 in a very short period of time. Your body just starts to get adjusted to the actual food that you're eating. Your body starts to get adjusted to the program, and your body will start to go up a little bit. Now, the body went up, probably just a little bit of water, back to regulation of your physique, back to regulation of the food that you're eating, and then it will start trending back down again. Now, again, if you think about it in the stock market, you'll see parabolic moves up, and then you'll see a bit of a retracement, right? And that's purely because we need to cool the fuck down. Realistically, if we drop all the way down, it's possible it happens, just like in the stock market. It's possible it happens parabolic up. It's usually a little bit hard, purely because you're crash dieting at that point, or you're eating a little bit too little food. Your body needs to have some regulation to kind of slow down, go back, slow down, get back. That's my personal opinion. And again, it's healthy. It's healthy to see this. Now, when you're in the moment, it doesn't feel healthy. When you're in the moment, you feel like you're backtracking. But then, as you can see, macro, in that 12-week period, we lost 13 fucking kilos, man. And it's very, very normal for the body to go down, regulate, go down, regulate, go down, regulate. And to be honest, no up period is any easier than the last one, because we tend to forget that that happens, right? So you'll, for example, go from 81 down to 72.3, almost 10 kilos there, right? We had a very good streak here, for example. So we went from 76 down to 72, 4 kilos, bang, straight away up to 74 kilos. Literally within the next day, he just shot up straight away. And of course, he was a bit worried because he wasn't sure what was going on. But again, if you drop weight pretty hard, your body is going to come back up and regulate. And I tell this to my clients every fucking time, that if you drop a substantial amount of weight in a week or 2 weeks, let's say it's 2 kilos in a week, your body is going to come back up straight away, purely because it needs to go back to its regular weight. If you drop a whole bunch of weight straight away, the body is going to be a little bit weird. It's just going to be like, fuck, we just lost a whole bunch of water. We need to bring ourselves up to regulate again. And that's what happens here. Now, we can see that we've gone up, and guess what? We started our journey back down. I mean, it's a little bit rocky, but we started the journey back down again until we finished up at 68.3. Now, the reason why your weight is going to be fluctuating quite a bit is because of a few factors. Sleep, stress, meal timing, sodium, right? So if you had shit sleep, let's say, for example, you were working late night, maybe you went to bed at around 1 in the morning, you woke up at 6 or 7, you didn't get adequate amount of sleep, you're going to have a higher weigh-in because you're stressed. And the body holds on to water when it's stressed due to cortisol. Second thing is, let's say, meal timing. It's not the fact that you've put on fat by eating late. It's purely because your body didn't get time to digest the food, which is why you end up putting on weight the next morning, because it's undigested food. Now, 3, I didn't mention this, but taking a shit. If you weren't able to take a shit that morning, you're going to have a higher weigh-in, purely because there's still stuff in the system and you just need to let it out of the system before you weigh yourself. This is why it's really important, where I tell my clients, make sure you wake up at the same time every day and make sure you weigh yourself after you use the bathroom. Because if you have some inconsistencies, you're going to have a lot more inconsistencies in the weigh-ins. The reality is, we're human. We don't always get to wake up every single time at the same time like a robot. But we just want to make sure at least we can handle one thing, and that's using the bathroom before we weigh ourselves. And lastly, sodium. Now, sodium is going to increase and factor with our water weight, because the more sodium you have, the more water your body is going to be holding on to. So in these moments, he might have been eating pretty late, or he might have been really stressed, or maybe the meal that he added a bit too much salt to it, for example. These are all going to factor in to the spikes here. Now, I want to show you guys the week-to-week body change in Kevin, so you guys can get a really good understanding. Now, who is Kevin? What did he go through? Well, look, he runs his own business in the HVAC industry, so he's on his feet all the time, working on air conditionings and whatnot. Now, this is what the starting physique was. Now, I can see here that we have a really good foundation. He already has a bicep vein. His chest is massive. His legs are massive. He's just holding on to a lot of fucking fat here. And I would say he's an easy 30% body fat. But I can see a lot of damn potential. And that's why I told him as well. It's like, bro, there's so much potential here. You won't believe it. And literally, within the first week, we started to see a dramatic difference. That's the side. That's the front, tightening up a lot more. And that's the back, definitely looking a little bit more blockier. Now, going into week 3, you guys are going to trip out a little bit because his posture is a little bit off. He might just be a little bit bloated this day as well. He doesn't look the best on the side profile. But front on, he's starting to look a lot more tighter, and especially from the love handle section, it's just looking pretty straight. And from the back, we can see he's holding on to lower love handle or lower back area. And that's just where majority of men hold their weight. I hold my weight there, for example, as well. But we can see on a weekly basis that is just decreasing time and time again. Side profile getting flatter, front on, abs are already starting to come in. Now we're going to move into week 4. Bang. Abs starting to come in. Shape is really popping out. Bro is already starting to flex because he's feeling himself. Side profile, we can see his abs are very dominant. So his abs are starting to poke out a little bit. But it's obviously covered with fat. And the back is starting to look amazing. Week 5. We can see an awesome difference. Abs are already coming in. Legs looking insane from the side. Side on, he's already starting to get cut. And on the back, he's looking awesome. I remember when I was seeing this, I was telling him, like, bro, you need to compete because you're someone that has an amazing, amazing genetic foundation here. And it would be a shame if you didn't compete. And look, if you want to compete, it's completely fine. But when you see stuff like this as a coach, you're like, damn, bro, like, it's going to be very, very important for you to do this. Now we can see here, I think we're on week 7. To be honest, I don't remember what week we're on at the moment, but we can see some dramatic changes right now where he's just starting to get cut, and this is awesome to see. He's obviously moved into a little bit better lighting in some of these photos. I think it's really cool if we keep going through this in just very bland, like cloudy conditions. This is the indentation in his abs, side, back looking awesome at this point. So yeah, every week he's just seeing progression on progression, and this is in line with the high weigh-ins that he was also getting. And it's not like he regressed every single week. No, he clearly got leaner and leaner as the weeks went on, void of what the scale was saying. And this is why it's really important to look at the scale as an objective measure, but we have to look at the physique on a weekly basis to ensure that we're going in the right direction, as well as the waist measurement as well. Now we can see he's fucking diced at this point now. And the week 12 is here. This is week 12, 25th of October. It's actually my birthday. This is what we ended up finishing on last year. And this is amazing. And he did not expect to look like this. He looks like a legitimate anime character at this point now. And it's fucking amazing to see the transformation there. Now, let's have a look at the weigh-ins. And the lightest that we did get down to, let's get to that point. The lightest we got down to was 68.3. He's 5'5", 5'6". So for someone of that height, he is very, very heavy. To give you guys reference, I'm 5'7", and right now I sit around 70 kilos, and I'm around 15% body fat right now. So for him to be 68 kilos, dick skin shredded, is insane. We can see that he has a lot more muscle on his frame, and obviously he's a genetic anomaly as well. I do want to play that as a factor, that your genetics are going to play a massive factor in terms of the transformation that you'll receive. Now I'm going to be showing you guys some more clients throughout this journey as well, to see like, okay, this is a genetic anomaly, this is a regular person, this, to see, you guys can watch this and get a good understanding as to, how close can you look compared to one of these guys. And of course, you always want to look at yourself as the only motivation. You want to look at yourself as the only comparison, but this gives a really good idea, so you can be like, oh cool, I started off looking like this, I wonder if I can look like that. And I want to give you showcase that journey for you. Now, this is the diet that he was eating. Now, at this point, we're eating 2,100 calories, and this is towards the end of the diet to try and maintain it. Now, I don't actually have the meal plans on me, which is really frustrating, but I will be able to tell you guys. The lowest we got down to was 1,500 calories at that 68 kilo mark. And the foods we're eating at that time, we try to make it the best we can. But to give you an idea, we were really pumping sugar-free jelly. We're having Biscoff cheesecake. We're having this SCP KFC Twister salad. That's something that he really enjoyed, and we turned that into a meal here as well, just added in rice, for example. But to be honest, when you're on low calories, you can't really eat too many fun foods. But this is a really cool understanding of 2,100 calories for you guys. Now for breakfast, he had some overnight oats. This is one of his favorite things to be eating. Chicken and rice for lunch, yogurt and banana for a snack. We had SCP quarter pounders for dinner. This is one of his absolute favorite meals. And then for dessert, he literally just had like protein Milo with milk. Now, day 2, or we can call it week 2, he was having eggs and bagel, SCP KFC Twister and rice, ice creamy, a beef pizza to finish it off. And that puts us at 2,100 with 241 grams of protein there. Now you can see that I like to have a lot of fun with the meal plans, and I'm going to showcase a lot more meal plans for you guys because this was last year. A lot of things have been updated since then, but the reality is, you can eat pizzas, burgers, ice creams, cheesecakes, and I'm going to also showcase a lot of the foods that he was eating as well, so you guys can have a really good understanding of what was done, because everything can be achievable. You don't have to be eating fucking chicken, broccoli, and rice. You can have a lot more of a lifestyle, and this is where Kevin was. I hope you guys got an understanding and got a realistic view of what a 12-week transformation can look like. And look, reality is, if you want to learn how to do this and you want my specific help, click the link in the description below, book in a call with me, and let's have a chat. Other than that, I'm going to keep uploading these sorts of videos so you can get a really good understanding about what life can look like for you. Appreciate your time. Take care.